Hi, and welcome to another edition of Columbia Express Yourself. I'm your host, Nicole Smith, and we are at Social Media Mondays at the DoubleTree by Hilton, formerly the Radisson Hotel. And on today's show, we have financial consultant, motivational speaker, author Karen Jenkins, who spends most of her time spending and helping and teaching people about being passionate about their finances and getting them to be financially empowered, which is a big deal in today's economy. So Karen, tell me a little bit about that and making people financially empowered.
Well, one of the things I found is that most people have not gone through that personal finance class. They didn't get it in high school, they didn't get it in college. And unfortunately, this is one of the most important tools that you will ever have. And if you don't have all the rules of the game, if you don't know how it's played, the likelihood of you winning at it is very, very slim. So what I like to do is go out and help people understand their role in their personal finances, to not be an innocent bystander as we have in the past, and to basically understand what they need to know to protect themselves financially, to get out of debt, to basically build that wealth, and basically have a winning game plan for their financial future.
It seems like such a touchy subject. For some people, it's very private. Tell me, why do you do it?
I do it because people are touchy about it. It is private, but that privacy and that touchiness is a result of not knowing what you're doing and feeling the pain of, I didn't do well, I'm in debt, I'm over my head, I don't make enough money. And because they don't talk about it, it's a taboo topic. If I have a workshop and I say, meet the man of your dream in 5 hours, I'll have a room full of people. But if I say, let's talk about finances, even if it's free, people don't want to talk about that because it's not a sexy, feel-good topic. So my book is very simple. It's a simple read. It's a very easy read. It's something that my 12-year-old son can read, but it's also for that 40, 30, 50-year-old who really has some holes in their financial plan and they want to make sure that they get it right next go round.
Now, Karen, I know you mentioned your book, Nobody Told Me, The Path to Financial Empowerment. We do have that, and I want to get to that, but you also shared with me some stats that you saw on the TV recently, and they were a bit disturbing. Tell me a little bit about that.
I was astonished yesterday when I saw the wonderful group of women discussing an issue that Brandy Cummins and Awareness was reported on, where Consumer Reports reported that African American women on average have a net wealth of $5.
Wow.
And this is compared to Caucasian women who have an average net wealth of $42,000, which is way less than probably any man. The disturbing part of that is that most people don't even understand what net wealth is. But basically you take your income and you deduct all of your debts and you come to a bottom number. And for them to say, if I take a African American female's income and I deduct her debt and all the money that she owes and she only has $5 in value, just infuriates me, because that's not how it should be. When we look at financial empowerment, we look at building that number and helping women and really everybody understand what do you need to lay out to make yourself successful financially. When you look at net wealth, that's a number that banks look at when they determine if they're going to give you any type of loan. When you look at your credit, it doesn't necessarily impact your credit score, but it does look at the overall financial picture that the financial institutions are going to look at. And my book addresses that. And what annoys me is when you hear that $5 figure, and I know that people watched that yesterday were infuriated by it because I've spoken to several people about it. But at the same time, when I'm out here giving out the information, people are sticking their heads in the sand and saying, okay, well, let me go ahead and buy 2 or 3 more purses, let me put this on debt, and that's not the answer.
So Karen, credit reports, credit scores, how important are they, and what do we need to be on the lookout for?
Credit reports are very important. We need to keep an eye on them to make sure we don't have false information. We need to know what our credit score is and make a goal of reaching 700 or over 700. I know you have to crawl before you walk, so we don't want to scare anybody, but that's what you should be reaching for.
Okay, and as a financial consultant, I know a lot of people hear the word financial planner a lot. Tell me, what's the difference between you and a financial planner?
A financial planner will tell you or help you create your investment strategy. They're going to tell you what to invest in and how. My role is to help you understand your entire financial strategy, which will include a financial planner, a CPA, a tax person, a mortgage person, a banker, and then help you understand what their roles are and prepare you so that when you go and talk to them, you're educated and know what questions to ask.
Okay. And I know that you are constantly doing speaking engagements, always on the motivational speaking circuit. Got a new book, getting ready for another book possibly. But we can all find your information, where you're going to be at next, how to order your book, where?
You can go to my website, and that's www.karenrjenkins.com or www.nobodytoldmeonline.com.
All right, thank you, Karen, and thanks for having. We thoroughly enjoyed you on our show today.
Thank you for having me.
And if you ever catch Karen at a motivational speaking event or any other engagement, she is guaranteed to bring you lots of fun. And we thank you so much for joining us here for another edition of Columbia Express Yourself at Social Media Mondays here at the DoubleTree by Hilton, formerly the Radisson Hotel. And we hope to see you again soon.
Columbia, express yourself.